a system of new regulations that will allow these travelers to show proof of full vaccination before getting on those planes, and also having to prove a negative test result 72 hours before traveling.
Brazil is to demand proof of vaccination against COVID-19 from foreigners arriving in the country. The decision by a Supreme Court judge invalidates regulations previously issued by the National Health Agency that required only a negative PCR test for it.
It was so condescending, you could really tell he's like, oh God, it's one of these people, It's crazy to feel that, It's when you're living in Idaho, nobody gives you trouble like that, and it's never a problem. But it's crazy when you go outside and people discriminate you, and they give you a hard time. It's wild. It's very sad.
Well, just as I suspected, again, problems. Every time I try to travel to Brazil, there's a problem with my COVID test or my vaccine requirements. Let's see what they come back with this time. Every single time, I always prove them wrong.
When I met Millie, we were in the middle of a global pandemic. We knew that there were lockdowns happening everywhere around the world, but we didn't realize at the time how personally we'd be affected the way that we were. It wasn't until the U.S. borders closed to Brazil travelers we knew things were going to get really tough. Everything was still okay though, because at least I could get there and we could keep building the relationship and we could keep planning our future. Then our plans really came to a halt when Brazil required further medical requirements in order for me to fly there. I did my best to keep calm under pressure and to try to figure out a plan. There were moments when I wanted to just give in so I could see her. There was no way I was going to give up on this relationship.
Almost got completely derailed from the gate agent or the bag check-in desk who told me that my doctor's letter, contraindication letter, was invalid and I wasn't able to fly.
Since 2020, the borders between Brazil and US was closed. But on November 2021, it reopened, and for most people that was a reason for celebration, but not for me, because I couldn't meet US requirements. So for me, going to US became impossible. Well, I was okay because at least Mike could come and see me anytime here in Brazil, right? Wrong. Because on December 2021, Brazil's requirements also changed, and Mike could not meet the requirements either. My world crushed at this news. I bursted into tears. It was very hard, very hard.
We spent so many hours in prayer, seeking answers and meaning to how we can move forward when we felt that the entire world was against us. We promised each other that we would never give in to our convictions and that we would find a way, and we did. However, we know that at any time, our freedoms to travel could come under threat again, and we believe that God has a plan for us and is making that path as we speak.
At times, I lost my hope, but giving up was never an option for both of us. We went through darkness together, and together we found light, we found compassion, love, wisdom, and comfort in God. God, who is the same yesterday and today, He would take care of us tomorrow. We knew that. We had that faith in our hearts. And we know that He has the last word. No one, nobody, nothing can stand against Him in His word. So we saw God opening doors in front of our eyes. We saw miracles. We are the miracle. That time was so tough. It tests our faith, but it proved us very strong.